I know you've talked in the past about what an honor it was for you to meet Willie Mays during your playing career. We lost Willie Mays last week. Just wanted to give you a minute. What did he mean to you? What did he mean to baseball for you growing up as a Black American who wanted to play baseball?
Well, first of all, let's throw out the baseball part.
Yeah.
You talking about a legend. First of all, you're talking about a legend. Not only forget the talented, unbelievable baseball player he was and how he made fans stand up and clap every time he walked to the plate or walk on the field. We got to go for what he stood for with blacks. What he went through as an African American. What he had to endure because of his skin color. What he had to come across to make it to the point where he made it, being who he is, only, not forget that he's a great human being. Only because of his skin color, the things he had to endure and to battle against on a daily basis. We're not talking about once a week and say, okay, we got enough, we made fun of. No. We talking about a daily basis. To dominate the Negro Leagues, to come into major leagues, and to dominate a game that blacks have been playing for forever, and that we weren't supposed to play in. Not only did he take over the limelight, he was the best player on both sides of the baseball. Yeah, you can talk the other great and the Roger Hornsby and all them. Nah, Willie Mays is that dude. Roger Hornsby and those guys, Ty Cobb had just to come to the field and just play baseball. Willie Mays had to fight criticism. Willie Mays had to fight colorism. Willie Mays had to fight being spit upon, being talked about, being ridiculed. This N-word don't belong this. He had to overcome all that and concentrate on playing the game of baseball with men that don't look like me and him. So for him to dominate off the field, then come to the field and dominate, not the best sleeping conditions. You can't walk in the training room and ask a white guy, can I get a massage? He can't go to the corner diner and say, can I get a good meal and do this? No. You got to fend for yourself. Eat what you're going to eat. But when you get your behind to this field, you better perform. And he did it. He overcame every obstacle like it was nothing. Could I have done that? 100%, most likely not. Okay. So for me, it was an honor. It's beyond an honor to be able to shake his hand and look at me in his eye and say, thank you. My thank you wasn't enough from what he done for me to play this game. That wasn't enough. African Americans owe this man not only paychecks, but we owe him our life because him. Exactly. And I could just go on and on. From what they done for me to be able to stay in 5-star hotels, eat at 5-star restaurants, play in 5-star stadiums, and have white guys who work in the clubhouse to give me a massage for me to play this game that was considered only for white. The Say Hey kid did that for me. He went through that battle for me. And he went through that battle for Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts is going to pass it along to someone else. So when we look at it, I accomplished what I was able to accomplish. Yes, I was given the talent by God, but I was accomplished because God put Willie Mays in that position. I wouldn't have been able to do that. Ken Griffey probably wouldn't have been able to do that. Tony Gwynn wouldn't have been able to do that. Barry Larkin wouldn't have been able to do that. So those guys before us stood before and stood with their head held high, and they fought on the inside, and they had to suppress their feelings because if they would have came out loud and said so much, Willie Mays would have died by lynching. It wouldn't have been natural causes. He wouldn't have seen 93 years old. So he saw the greater picture. So he knew, okay, I got to bite my tongue and I got to play this game. Because I got a godson coming up, Barry Bonds, who is the greatest player of all time, coming up. So I'm going to bite my tongue because I got to bear with these people and I got to play this game. And I got a generation of blacks coming behind me that's going to need my voice right now. So my voice is going to be loud, but it's going to be silent at the same time. And I'm going to know when to speak and when to stand up and when to do it. And nobody had nothing to say because he did it the right way. He didn't go at it angry. He said, I'm a black man, that this business is run by 20, at that time, I think 20 major league teams, 20 billionaires or multimillionaires at that time who are now billionaires. I got to know when to pick my battle and fight my battle because I got a full generation coming behind me that's going to need me. And we did. Not did, and we do. Not do, and we're going to in the further generations that play in the game of baseball because of what the Say Hey kid did for us. He didn't do it for himself. He did it for us. So I thank that king of baseball for what he stood for, stand for, and will remain standing even though he's laid to rest because of what he accomplished and what he did on the field of baseball and beyond baseball, what he accomplished off the field.